beauties, welcome to Soul Embers. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that have just stumbled across this video, you don't know who I am, you haven't heard of me before, my name is Andrea and this is Soul Embers. I hope you stay for the journey. Existing viewers and subscribers, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your love and the happy vibes you bring to Soul Embers through your continued, support, your comments, your likes, your subscribes. You guys are amazing, and I, am sending you many virtual hugs. And if you're not a hugger, well, that's too bad, because guess what? I am. Anyhow, today's reading is all about focused channeling. Okay, and I've selected these 4 majors to do this reading. There is a reason behind this. I do this style of reading or this type of reading for my clients and have been guided, no, I should say heavily pushed to do more of these during this massive transition we're currently facing energetically and the impact it's having on us as a collective. And the outcome has been extraordinary. My clients have been walking away feeling like they have so much more clarity. And I've got to tell you, the energy I'm actually pulling in is absolutely huge, to the extent that I can't do more than 2 of these types of readings a day. I'm very excited to bring it to you because I think it will be very beneficial on tapping into aspects of yourself which no longer serve you, and you need to release and let go of, close out this cycle that you're currently in, and truly walk into the new decade and the new year embracing whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. Okay, now I've noticed a lot of you do go to the love readings and the experts. They seem to have the most views, and that's fantastic. I hope you do find what it is that you seek there. However, I've got to tell you guys that if we can tap into the core of, what your inner magician is manifesting and where your inner high priestess stands, and how on point your inner high priestess's intuition is, and what you're actually giving birth to, that is the core issue. From there, if we can shift that energy in a more beneficial way, the rest will just flow. It will unfold. You will find that your energy in your love life will shift as well. It's a domino effect because of what you are sending out into the ether and bringing into your tangible world, and how you're going about standing firm by your beliefs and putting up your boundaries and really controlling your environment. Okay, so if you're interested in knowing more about why I've actually chosen these 4 cards, what I mean by focused channeling, and just a little bit more on these specific energies, there will be a description at the end of this video which you can go to if it's of interest to you, I guess. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to head into the pre-shuffle. I'll see you on the other side. Welcome, Capricorn, to your end of year, end of decade reading. I hope you're all happy. I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on your cards, and before I jump into it, I guess I should let you know that anything you need to know about how I go about doing my readings, how to apply these energies and how energy plays out, as well as what we mean when we say timing is fluid, and the disclaimer, which has important information about the content of the channel, that's all in the description box below. If the message does not resonate with you, please do not force it to fit. Please see the description box for information on how you can go about finding a reading that better fits with you at this time. For those of you that are really vibing with my style and want to reach out for a personal reading, my email address is also below for you to reach out. Now, as I shuffled and meditated on your cards, the energy was huge, guys. Capricorn is really being affected by this new transition into the new decade, and I could feel my ears were just buzzing. And whoever I'm connecting with today, all I could see was the color red. Passion is what I was hearing. Passion and the color red. I also then saw blood and heard blood is thicker than water. And then I saw cells. So I'm wondering whether you are changing at a core level, like you are regenerating at a cellular level. And so this shift is going to impact you greatly. That's what I'm currently feeling. And as a result, I wonder if you're really looking into your current relationships with those that you hold dearest to you, and how they prohibit you from living out the kind of life or dreams that you want to live out due to obligation. So these are all messages I was getting through. And then the energy immediately shifted, and where it was hot and heavy and really, really strong, it shifted to something very, very light. And I saw my feather. I kept on getting drawn to this feather. And I thought, I wonder if the Capricorns I'm connecting with really shedding your feathers, old feathers that don't serve you anymore. And then I saw the feather kind of floating through the air, and I thought, oh, maybe they feel as light as a feather because you are getting rid of what doesn't serve you. Or maybe you're doing both. All in all, I feel that Capricorns, you're going through some major changes. So please don't be alarmed if you're currently feeling unsettled and you're kind of like on hot coals. It is totally expected. Please utilize the comment section below to open discussion amongst other Capricorns in our soul tribe, and you can help each other work through this process, right? And I'm right there with you. Anyway, so let's jump into it. I'm sure you guys have heard enough of me talking. So let's have a look. How does your inner magician stack up, Capricorn? How are you going with setting intentions? Are your intentions focused, and are they clear? And what are you taking from the ether and bringing down into your tangible world? How's Capricorn going in their manifestation at this time as we transition between the old and the new? And it's like, bye boo, see you later. I'm getting in my carriage, I'm getting in my car, I'm getting on the bus, I'm getting in the train, and I am out of here. I am taking control. I'm feeling that, because they say the Chariot can sometimes, if you don't know how to control the journey, it can be a very bumpy ride. I absolutely don't feel that. I feel that your negation and your affirmation, your yin and your yang, are currently feeling more in tune than they ever have. A lot of healing has taken place in this last cycle, and you're so ready to move, and that's what you are manifesting. You're manifesting movement, Capricorn. So this is beautiful. So let's see how your inner high priestess is showing up. Are you tapping into your intuition? Is it on point? Are there any blockages between the conscious and subconscious which are preventing you to see what you're manifesting into your tangible world and grasping it? So let's have a look. Okay, I feel that, what else can I say on this? This is truly goodbye, old decade. Goodbye, 2019. Hello, 2020. I have worked so freaking hard, at manifesting the life that I want. I have been fair. I have been just. I have come from a place of love and respect. And I can move on now and release, having absolutely no ill feelings, no guilt. Nothing is holding me back anymore. It's time for me to move. This is so powerful, Capricorn. I'm loving it. I almost feel like crying. I'm so proud of you guys. So yes, there's definitely been a certain element of yourself that has come to an end, a certain thought process or a behavior which was deeply lodged in your subconscious, and I feel like you were continually cycling around it. I'm seeing a wheel turning and turning, and you kept on finding yourself at that same point, revisiting same feelings and same patterns, and you finally have been able to just release it. You've had enough. It's almost like you couldn't take it anymore. It had to be shed. It had to be gone. And you surrendered it, knowing that you have the power within yourself to make the right decision, to bring clarity, to bring the sun back into your life, to balance out the energies. You know, I'm drawn to the blindfold that Justice has on here, and they say, you know, Justice is blind. Yes, but what I'm feeling is that you've surrendered to your intuition. You've really tapped into your high, you know, your high priestess. You're on point at this time, really heightened, emotionally on point. Okay, so let's have a look at how you're manifesting, how you're planting these seeds, how you're nurturing them, you know, how you're going about using your creativity to find ways to work with what you currently have and work through the obstacles, right? Let's see. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that in this new cycle for you, it's all about reciprocation. I feel that you've really put up the boundaries and you are coming from a place of love, and you will nurture and plant seeds wherever the soil is fertile. You now know where soil is not fertile. You've planted there before. And guess what? You've now realized that, now that's what the ground looks like when it's not fertile. Because I've tried planting there time and time again, and it's not worked. And I've tried to fertilize it, I've watered it, I've dug it out, I've tried again, and nothing has grown there. And so you've used that as a point of reference, and I feel that you're able to recognize this in different areas of your life. You know what, you know, ground that is not fertile looks like. Moving forward, you're only going to plant where you see the ground is fertile. You'll only water that, you'll only give it love, and it's all about reciprocation. You know that there is absolutely no point in wasting your time planting seeds where they will not grow. And so you're completely dismissing it. I'm almost getting this cutting energy. It's almost like, no, I'm not going to even waste my time. And it's not from a space of ego, and it's not from, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not intended to be malicious. It's just that it's a waste of your time. You're done wasting time. You've wasted enough time feeling confused and lost. Now that you've found your way, it's like, I want to hold on to this for as long as I can. Okay, so let's have a look at how your inner emperor is coming in. Your inner boss man, you know, how are you going about maintaining this flow, trimming the weeds, let's say, controlling your environment, planning and organizing and putting order into your manifestation so that you can move forward and consistently grow whatever it is that you're planting. Geez, I don't know why I'm referring to this whole reading as if it's a freaking garden, but anyway, I'm sorry guys. It's just what's coming to me. And here you are. Beautiful. In your energy. Can it get any freaking better than that, Capricorn? Are you on point or freaking what? I'm so proud of my Capricorns. This is amazing. You know exactly what to do. This is why you can't wait. You're done. You're done. It's like you have spent the last however many years planning this whole thing, and you've spent all this time patiently working through that process. You know, cutting everything out that doesn't serve you, exploring different ways to do things, and realizing, yep, that doesn't work, I'm not taking that with me. That works, I'm taking that with me. And it's all been a learning process, and now you've reached that pinnacle and you're like, bring it. I'm done, I'm ready. I know exactly how to get from setting my intention into the ether, manifesting it into my reality, taking control and taking off, know where to plant my seeds to get the reciprocation that I need from the fertile ground that I plant in to create a stable future through nurturing it. You know, your inner empress, your inner emperor are working very harmoniously at this time. I'm so proud of you guys. So I'm going to pull out one more card on which element of, because I'm just feeling that this energy here, your inner high priestess, you may be feeling a little bit vulnerable. You may be feeling like you never want to go back there again. That's what I'm feeling. I never, ever, ever want to experience what I experienced. I never want to go through that hardship. And so you're so conscientious. Why do I use words I can't say? Conscientious of not repeating past patterns, that it's almost like you're running from it. So I want to pull out a card on what elements you need to surrender so that you can embrace that you won't go back there. You now have the strength and the power to overcome this. It is truly in the past. So what does Capricorn need to surrender to really trust in their own process and their ability to make the right decision moving forward into the new decade, into the new year? I can't pick all them up, guys. There's just too many. All right, there's one on the ground. Excuse me, just give me one moment. Okay. What is it that Capricorn needs to surrender to? Sorry, these cards are quite loud. What is it? Do we have a card for Capricorn? Do we have? Yep, we do. Okay. Surrender obsessive thinking. And this is what, okay, I completely get this. So I feel that coming, what it is that you never ever want to go back to is the mental prison that you were in, the inability to release those thoughts of how you're going to go about shifting your energy, the sleepless nights, the anxiety on, you know, when you were lacking foresight and you were worried about not finding your way and that this is it for you forever. That's the message I'm getting. So if you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So you know what I associate this card with, guys? This is your card in the tarot deck, I believe. I would associate this with the devil, and I think it has to do with your shadow self, and it ties in very, very well with this energy here. You've done the shadow work, okay? And like I said, justice is blind, right? But I completely feel that you have surrendered this to spirit. You've surrendered it knowing that you do have the power to move forward. There is only that sense of lingering vulnerability that you feel that if something comes at you left field, it could disrupt your momentum. If that's the case, recenter yourself. I want you guys to truly embrace your inner emperor. Take a step back, assess the situation, look at the boundaries you need to set in place, you know, and control your environment. Make sure that whatever it is that could throw you off or, you know, change your momentum in a negative way is dealt with and directed in, you know, away from you in a loving way. That's what I'm getting here. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found that reading helpful. It was very powerful, and I'm very excited to see how it resonates for you and what the new year and the new decade brings. Okay, bye for now. Thanks for staying on, guys, for the description on why I've chosen these 4 majors and what I mean by focus channeling. So focus channeling for me is basically just that. I have selected 4 cards and I focus the energy that I'm channeling to receive messages for these specific cards and what the meaning behind these cards are. And the reason why I've chosen these 4 is because, like I mentioned earlier, of the massive energetic transition we're currently facing. As you close out your old cycle, I really want to see you guys elevating and really lifting your vibration. And it all starts with the power of how you're manifesting and setting your intentions, which is what the magician is all about. You know, your inner magician is all about having everything that you need and knowing that you have it. Knowing within yourself that you have the power to recognize what it is that you want and need to set your focused intention into the ether and pull it into your tangible world. You know, they say that the magician is very calm, looks very calm, but is very focused, very happy to be in a state of basically meditation. And that's where he can tap into the energies that are available for him in the universe to pull into his tangible world, or into the tangible world, I should say. So that's why we start off with the magician, and then we move on to the high priestess, because once it's arrived here in your tangible world, how are you going to recognize the synchronicities and the signs that it's arrived and it's here and up for the taking? The high priestess is all about, you know, being the guardian between your conscious and subconscious mind. She's the gatekeeper, you know, negation and affirmation, the positive and the negative, the yin and the yang. And there are elements of our subconscious mind that we can't tap into, or that there are blockages. So is your inner high priestess blocking you from manifesting what it is that you want in your world? Or is there an element that needs to be worked on, healed, released, so that you can unify your subconscious and conscious mind to a degree that you are ready to, at this time, to bring in those manifestations? They say that she stands a guardian because ultimately it is my belief, and everyone has one, everyone has an opinion, right? But if you're not ready to receive something, you haven't leveled up and you're not ready to receive it, it is the high priestess that stands in the way and says, no, I'm not going to allow this to filter through, because my Capricorn, my Virgo, my Pisces, my Scorpio, whichever star sign, is not quite ready to receive this yet. There still needs to be work done on healing, releasing and letting go, on, you know, coming to a more unified type of state before this can take place and be manifested into reality. And then we move on into the Empress. So, you know, your inner Empress, so beautiful, so loving, so creative, so nurturing, gives birth to those manifestations. She is the creator of your world. And so it is through those manifestations that your inner Empress will plant those seeds and water them and fertilize them and give birth to the world that you want to create. And she consistently does that. Consistently comes from that space. So what do we do, let's say, if your manifestations aren't always what you want, because you're not setting focused intention, because you're unclear of what your intentions need to be, right? Well, your inner Empress will still manifest those into your world. She'll still nurture and fertilize them. But then it's up to the inner Emperor within you to truly set order, to set those boundaries, to trim the hedges so you can see over them, giving you the power of foresight so you can be prepared of what lies ahead. You know, if the inner Empress is constantly fertilizing and growing whatever it is your manifestations are, it's quite possible that the journey that you see on that path that lies ahead will be overgrown with potential weeds or grass or whatever you want to call it, blocking your view and causing you to be somewhat confused, not knowing a way to redirect yourself, possibly bringing on stagnancy. It is your inner Emperor that will make sure that all those hedges are trimmed, like I said, that your path is clear, that you're pursuing your path with focus, with intention, with order, trimming away absolutely everything that doesn't serve you on this path to your greatest good. So that pretty much sums it up, guys. This is why I've chosen these four majors. I think that they're very relevant to the current energetic shift we're facing, and the messages have been, as I said, quite powerful.